Right, TO then. Who is ready for a bit of practice too? Hey? I'll tell you what, I am. Honestly, I'm actually surprised I made it here, to be honest. I am extremely tired. Bear in mind, I am from England. I am living in England. Big of a shit I was it is. I am in England. And because of that, it is currently, 5 in the morning. So, I do have to be a little bit on the quiet side, but that won't stop me, of course. And we will go from there. Good evening, morning, afternoon, everyone around the world. You know, you could be anywhere. If you're in Australia, good afternoon. If you're in America, good night, good evening, I guess. If you're in England, good morning. You know, all that good stuff. All right. Should be safe to put that on. There we go. Nice one. Okay. So, practice 1 was extremely good. I thoroughly enjoyed it for the opening session of the season. You know, it was very, very good. Some very surprising results. This is different, I believe. Yeah, it definitely is. It's been randomized, but we had Norris P1, which was very expected. We do expect McLaren to be the quickest by some distance. But we saw Carlos Sainz P2, and judging by Albon being 3/10 off, it looks like that Williams might actually have some pace. Also, we saw 3 rookies be ahead of their teammates. Right? Gabriel Bortoletto, Isaac Hadjar, Jack Doohan, all ahead of their teammates. And Ollie Behrman also had a very nasty crash. I don't actually know if he's competing in this session. I'm going to say no, because that car was mullered. But if he is, fair play to Haas. Halo bag. Not quite sure what that means. If it's even English, I don't know. I might have just said something outrageous in another language. No one knows. Actually, what I do need... Why is my drink over here, by the way? That's crazy. It's a good thing I've got this, a little energy drink, little booster, because of how, you know, knackered I am and stay up all night. And of course, this is just, well, I say it's one of only, like, well, I'll be staying up obviously all night tonight, all night tomorrow night, and all night the day after, of course. Well, not all, yeah, no, it would be all night, because the race starts at 4 AM my time, and won't actually finish until about 6 AM my time, so it is an all-nighter. But what makes it worse is that a week later is the Chinese Grand Prix, which is at a sort of similar time, but I will have to do more all-nighters. I mean, if I take a look at the Chinese GP, practice 3:30 in the morning and 7:30 in the morning, 3 AM, 7 AM, 7 AM. So I'll have to stay up today, or for this weekend, it's between 12 AM and 6:30 AM. Next week, it's 2 AM until 9 AM. Nice. And then I'm pretty sure, if I go along to here and search F1... Oh, wait. F1 calendar. Then, it's the Japanese Grand Prix. The Japanese Grand Prix, if I do F1 Japan 2025, Japan is at the same exact time as China. So, luckily, I believe that's in 2 weeks' time, though. It's not a triple header. Yeah. So, to this weekend, I'm up from 12 AM until 7 AM at least. Next weekend, in 7 days, or 5 days really, I'll be up from 2 AM until 9 AM. And in 2 weeks after that, it's 2 AM to like 10 AM. Absolutely cooked. But of course, once we get these out of the way, plus I think 1 or 2 more that are quite outrageously late at night, like Las Vegas, it's mostly for me either in the middle of the afternoon or sort of in the evening, especially once we get to the European season. You know, like Spain, Monaco, Austria, Silverstone, Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands, Italy, a couple others where they're all like 2 at 2 p.m. Oh, absolute cookery. And hopefully, when it's back to getting like, it's in like midday, I should be able to start watching like F2 and maybe even F3 as well. But we'll see. We have 2 minutes until practice gets underway. I'm hoping that it's going to be just as exciting as FP1 because that was really, really good. It had everything. Like I said, it had surprising results, signs P2, teammates, you know, rookies beating their experienced teammates. Of course, practice doesn't mean too much, but it's still fun to look at. We had Ollie Behrman with his nasty crash, 2 red flags, and one thing that I actually don't think many people are talking about is how much faster these cars seem to be. You're right, Motorsport F1 boy. He's back again, this geezer. He's not only been there for FP1, he's waited 2.5 hours to come back for FP2. What a ledge. No one's really been talking about it on Twitter, but just how much faster these cars are. Hope we get a clean session. I don't. Red flags are fun. But you think, last year, FP1, fastest lap, was 18.5? The top 12 were faster than that earlier today. Outrageous. I mean, it's pretty irrelevant, but I am going to get up the Australia 2024 FP2, just so we can take a look at the lap times. I reckon they'll be a little bit faster because they might be getting the soft tyres on. And actually, I've completely forgot about like, the timer and stuff, but the session has started. Gabriel Bortoletto already out, so that was quick. 17.2 was the fastest lap. Hang on. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Right, the timer is going to be about 10 seconds delayed, but no one cares. You may also notice, if you are watching on Twitch or YouTube Landscape, because obviously I'm currently streaming on Twitch, YouTube Shorts. If you're watching on YouTube Landscape, so normal or Twitch, you will notice I've got a nice new graphic on the screen, so you can see the OzGP. I've realised I put FP3 when it's meant to say FP2. I don't know if that could change that. I might just have to turn it off actually now I've done that. But yeah, I think that's a nice little thing to just add more. So what's that on like the left? What is that? Oh, is that just bang on? Oh, there you go. I might also move this down. Wait, actually I can move it a lot. It's changed a little bit. There we go. Just put it in a bit of a nicer place for you lot. I might be able to quickly... Oh, hang on. Motorsport Pickle Tomato. That has got to be by far the strangest name I have ever read in my life. That's a compliment, by the way. My name is Pet Shrinker, you know, on, like, PlayStation and Xbox and stuff. I appreciate the follow a lot. That is absolutely massive from you. A little bit shocked by the name, but I appreciate it a lot. I wonder if I can get away with a little 90+7. You know, let's give it a go. My stream might die temporarily, but this will only take a few seconds. Let me just cook up this. I'm going to quickly go on Photoshop and change the, change the thing. Hang on. Wait. Go. Text tool. 2. Right. And then... Oh, it's going! She's going! Right. File. Export. Export as. Export. FP2. Overlay. Bang. Close. Go. OBS. Overlay. This. And... BOOM! I am world class. Well done, all parties involved. Right, let's take a look at some on-track action. So, we do have some hot laps already. I also realised, has this changed, or is that just me? I feel like the screen's changed, but it doesn't look like it, so we're just going to carry on regardless. Okay, so, I'm looking at sector times. So, no, actually, everyone's on a lap, to be honest. We'll take a look at Jack Doohan, who is... Yeah, the sectors have gotten bigger. That's why the track looked different. They've actually changed it, so now they're showing 3 extra sectors for some reason. I mean, you can't see it, but for me, it's got sector 1, 2, 3, and then there are 3 blank ones. Not sure what that's about, but I've changed it accordingly, so we should all be good. Right, Isaac Hadjar goes fastest already with an 18.5. What's your predictions for the race? My heart says a Leclerc win with Hamilton 3rd and Fernando Alonso 2nd. My brain says Norris, Russell, Piastri, or Norris, Verstappen, Piastri. So there you go. I can carry on if you want, but I think top 3 is all people care about. Yuki Tsunoda, that's very fun. That is very fun. A 17.9. Ew. Okay, Lando, calm your tits. We're 5 minutes in. He's already on a 17.6. I mean, we are on the soft tyres. He's actually on the U soft tyres, the same one he used in FP1. And he's on a 17.6. I don't actually remember what the fastest time in FP1 was. I believe it was a 17.4 or 17.3. So we're already near that. We should see a bit of quaddy sim. Since it's raining, Max, Lewis, Lando. Fair. Completely fair. I mean, maybe chuck out Lando and put in Alonso. I think he's better than Lando in the wet, but obviously there's the car. That's a really good prediction if it was to rain, which it looks like it definitely will. We should see a lot of quality sims in this session. You normally do in practice too. Of course, you have, you know, the current conditions. Although the weather's going to be different, obviously, in 24 hours from now, it would be quali. So they normally do quality sims in FP2. Who knows? Science could get a top 3. That would be... I'd love that with such a deep, burning passion. And Adathy says, real! That is indeed real. Anyone else on quick claps? It's not looking like. We do have Ollie Behrman, who is still in the pits. So I'm going to take that as an assumption that he isn't going to be participating today. Of course, in FP1, he had that very nasty whack. It was nasty. Very silly mistake, though. I mean, Ollie Behrman has done 3 Grand Prix. How he managed to get 3 Grand Prix last year, 1 from appendicitis, 1 from a driver ban, and 1 from a driver illness is outrageous, but he did do it. And he just went around turn 10. You can actually see the corner numbers now. You might have to squint your eyes a bit, but you should be able to see them. He went around turn 10, which is a very fast chicane, missed the apex, took too much speed in, went onto the gravel, lost it, clipped the grass, spun round, collided the wall at 200, and it looked quite nasty. Entire suspension ruined, entire rear right ruined. So yeah, Pierre Gasly, currently fastest sector 2 of anyone. He is going to run into a lot of traffic though, going around sector 3. Obviously everyone's building up and preparing for laps. We have Alonso with 27 dead through sector 1 for context. Stroll's on a 27.2, Gasly a 27.3. So I believe Gasly might have actually sacked off his lap because of the traffic. Let's see, has he got DRS on? He does, he is going to carry on. Medium tyres, by the way. Old medium tyres. He puts in a 19.988 because his sector 3 was so shockingly bad. Nico Hulkenberg jumps up to P10. That's a lot better from Sauber. Sauber have looked like, just like, you know, last season. Just horrible. Russell, P3 on hards. I mean, here it says mediums, so I don't know who's wrong. Lewis, radio car still understeering. Yeah, he said that in FP1, didn't he? He said car wouldn't turn. Not ideal when you're doing, like, 340 kph, isn't it? George Russell, fastest sector 1 at 26.9. That is outrageous speed, I think. 17.5 as well in sector 2. We also have Piastri improving. We have Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton, and Wilson all improving. Who just crossed the... I don't even know. Here comes Russell, though, with his lap, and... Eesh. Okay, 17.5 on old mediums is outrageous. Yuki Tsunoda isn't on a lap. Oscar Piastri is, though. He is going to get a nice little toe as well. Has he got his lap damaged? I'm not too sure. Crosses the line. He didn't. Goes P3 on a soft 17.7. That's quite fun. Liam Lawson goes up to P11, looking incredibly mid so far. Yes, I love that. Hamilton goes P6 with a 18 dead on brand new medium tyres. Jack Doohan fails to improve. Leclerc crosses the line. Antonelli goes P9. Leclerc goes P3, 17.7. Yuki Tsunoda, fastest Sector 1, 26.8. It's all kicking off today. No, but the reason some of you might not, just tuning in and you don't know the backstory, the reason I want Lawson to do so horrible is because they chucked out my favourite driver by far, Sergio Perez. So, just for a bit of justice, I think it'd be quite funny if Lawson does just as bad as Perez did. And it also sort of redeems Perez's reputation a little bit, because I still think if Perez was in pretty much any other team, he would thrive. I think he is by far the best midfield driver, even on this current grid. And obviously, you can tell that by looking at his Racing Point days in 2020. Anyway, moving on. Two things that are absolutely cooking. Number one, Yuki Tsunoda on a flyer. Carlos Sainz, 18-lap-old, medium tyres, has just gone fastest in Sector 1. As that work then improves in Sector 2 as well. Currently almost got the purple in that as well. Tsunoda went second, by the way, as you can tell. That's a good lap. 17.6. 10th off Russell. That's very nice. But I think we're about to see a Sainz P1. I think that's what we're about to see. I genuinely do believe it. He comes across the line now. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Carlos Sainz P1. Right, yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, alright. See, alright. This is what I'm interested by, okay? This is what I don't understand. Russell P1 on hards. See, like, are you watching it live and he is on hards? Because for me, it says he's on mediums, and this is never really wrong, like, ever. So I don't know who is wrong. Gasly goes up to P14. That is so much better by Alex Albon. Well done. I think that might just prove that this Williams pace isn't a fluke. Because I was saying it in practice 1. Sainz is doing these incredible laps in the top 3, in the top 2, whereas Albon was like a second and a half away down in like P15. He managed to get within 3/10 in FP1, and now he is also within 3/10, or 3.5. I think Williams is 4th fastest. The way it's looking, they're 2nd fastest, only behind McLaren. I mean, I'd absolutely adore that if it was to be true, but obviously we'll have to wait until qualifying for it to actually be confirmed. Russell on a flyer, by the way, improving in Sector 1, fastest Sector 2. He should reclaim his P1 spot here with a half-decent Sector 3. He is on the same tyres as Sainz as well, so we'll see what he does. Crosses the line. Ooh, look at that! So he doesn't go back to P1. But he's within 1,000th as Lando goes fastest in Sector 3, 2 green sectors in 1 and 2, goes P3. 1,000th faster than... Wait, no, that's not how that works. He's within 2/10 of in Russell, though. Lando losing rear end. This is like great little side info I'm getting as well. This is great. There used to be a thing on this website. I think it might just be like buggy for now, where you could listen to team radios. If that feature comes back, I'll start playing a couple. 1 mile an hour wind. That seems way too. That is like nothing. Maybe that's why these cars are so fast. There's no wind. That could actually be the answer, but I mean, yeah, of course, we'll have to wait until quali to see if this Williams pace is actually true, or if it's just like a little practice, weird condition favoritism thing. I pray to whoever higher beings out there that this is actually Williams pace. They can actually contest at the front, because that would be really good. Not only just, I'd love that, but I think it'd be great for just F1 in general, having Williams back up there. Of course, they haven't been up there since, like, 2008. You can't really count Maldonado's win in 2012, because I know, like, it's a win, but they weren't that good that season for the rest of it. And I mean, they were all right in 2018 and, like, 17. But obviously, the recent sort of 5 years, dismal. Oscar Piastri goes P4, 17.5, 20 milliseconds off his teammate on the same tyres. Nothing really else going on. Liam Lawson was trying to improve. Where is he? Oh, he's there. He sacked it off and gone back in the pits. Nice. Charlie, little boy Charlie, is improving. 10 lap old soft, so the oldest soft runner apart from Lawson. And not bad sector times at all, really. That's like top 3 pace. Bro, if Williams' pace is real, I'm going to say for the race, Max, Sainz, Lewis. Hulkenberg in gravel turn 6. Is your thing just way ahead of mine? Because for me, you sat in the pits. Not sure how that works. Lando Norris goes fastest in Sector 1. Here's Charlie's lap completed. He goes... Oh. He sacked it off. I guess he got traffic in the final sector. Happens way too often. Lando through Sector 2. It's way ahead. Oh, I see. That's annoying. Do I have a delay on? Wait, maybe that's the answer. No, I don't. Huh, okay. I guess F1 TV is just different. So what you're saying is that in about a minute or two's time, Hulkenberg's going to come out of the pits and go in the gravel. Alright. We'll see. Lando's going to finish up his lap. Jack Doohan, fastest Sector 2. Oh. Now that is fun. That is very fun. Alright. Lando returns to the pits. Sainz goes by on a long run, I believe. Yes. Jack Doohan comes round the final corner. What's he gonna cook up? Come on, lad. Get into the 17s or something fun. And he doesn't all. P10. 17.8. He's ahead of Gasly. Although Gasly's not really done a proper lap yet. He's on 18 lap old mediums. That is so fun. Doohan trying to not get replaced by Colapinto, absolutely. And so far, he's doing a great job. Although I get like a vibe because of just the way Alpine are and the way they have been. I just feel like even if Doohan does well, they're still gonna chuck him out. I feel like the only reason they won't is if he hammers Gasly every race in the first 4 or 5. I don't think he's got much of a chance. And it's just sad, really. Ocon goes P16 and yeah, Lawson really not having fun. Why it just hasn't worked at all. I tried to go on my big camera and it just didn't work. Why my big cameras didn't work? Oh, okay, I get why. Alright. I cocked up. Lando Norris. Oh, I already said that. Didn't I? Ooh! Little boy Charlie. 26.6. Fastest Sector 1. That's lovely. Hang on, let me just quickly hit a quick refresh. Hold up. Okay. I just want to do a quick refresh just in case this might just skip like 3 minutes into the future. Hamilton also improving. When did he get P3? When did that happen? I have no idea, but that's really encouraging and fun. A 10th off Sainz, that's really nice. Leclerc comes around the final corner. Turns on his DRS. And goes P1. By half a second? Alright. Fair dues. I'm not sure how that works, but... yeah. Hang on, you are so right. 4 minutes ago, Hulkenberg goes into the... wait, hang on. I've just thought... I think Hulkenberg's already gone in the gravel and come back to the pits. I think that's already happened. Oh. Wow. I mean, if the race finishes like that, I'd love it. Leclerc and Hamilton 1 and 2, Sainz 3rd is a dream podium of mine. That'd be world class. And I'm glad, I mean, Hamilton is 4 tenths down, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad he's back up there and he's put a decent lap together. I mean, that Leclerc lap is just special. He's the first driver to go into the 1 minute 16s. And looking at the fastest lap from FP2 last year, we already have 2 drivers ahead of it, being both Ferraris. In fact, Leclerc was fastest this time last year, a 17.277. He's done a 16.794, so we are already 5 tenths up on that. And Hamilton's a 10th up as well. You'll love to see it, really. I mean, I've already said that I am fully 100% like fanboy supporting Ferrari this season. That is only because of what Red Bull did to Perez. I've gone over that. So that's really nice. I feel like the change between going from Perez to Ferrari is so weird, because obviously with Perez, you expect him to go out in Q1 and Q2, but I always had that hope that he'd be able to turn it around, and he never did. So every single weekend, every practice, every quali, every race, I'd be hopeful and then get disappointed. Whereas with Ferrari, both Leclerc and Hamilton, maybe Hamilton a couple times, maybe Leclerc once or twice, but they're never going to really have upsets, as in they're not going to go out in Q1 or Q2 unless something dramatic happens, like a red flag or like rain or something. So I feel like it's going to be really nice. I can go into a weekend hopeful that they'll get on the podium, and they might actually get on the podium. Do you know what I mean? So that's nice. You think some laps we'll see in the 1 minute 15s? I think by the time we get to quali, easily. I mean, we're doing high 16s on medium tyres. Like, as that work? Lawson comes out on brand new softs. I think that's all of that covered. I'm going to open my energy drink now because I've been postponing it for 3 hours. Although I was sorting some stuff out in between though, so I don't really have time to. I was away, but we're back. I shouldn't have opened it. It was horrible. My goodness, that was egregious. Whoever makes Boost Energy and then drinks it and goes, I hope you stub your toe really hard, because that is filth. Ferrari 1, 2, and Sainz of the dream podium, I agree. I think maybe Hamilton winning rather than Leclerc would be even better, but yeah, a Ferrari 1, 2 in any order, Sainz P3, that would be unbelievable. I think maybe, although it's obviously a long shot, I would like Jack Doohan on the podium. That sounds crazy, but just because he's Australian. Obviously, Piastri winning would also be really, really cool. That'd be super. Now, we do have a lot of quali sims going on now, the best part of practice. We have Russell, brand new softs, Alonso and Stroll, brand new softs, and Liam Lawson, brand new softs. Is this the Liam Lawson redemption arc? Currently in P18 with a 1 minute 18.7, second slowest, because of course Behrman isn't competing because he blew his own car up by bending it in the wall by driving on gravel. So Liam Lawson gets us underway. Lando Norris also out on brand new softs, as is Kimi Antonelli. It's raining on race day. That is true, so you could say anything can happen, because it can. Although I feel like, I mean, unless there's red flags and stuff, which there might be, I think it will stay relatively the same. The McLarens, Ferraris, maybe Williams, with that kind of area getting on the podium and stuff. I hate Lawson. Yes! Someone else! Come on! Welcome to the team. I'll give you a 2-year contract +1. Type shit. I don't hate Lawson personally. I hate his haircut, but I don't hate him personally. Like I said, I only hate him, or I prey on his horrible performances because of Red Bull kicking out Perez. That's all it comes down to. Russell crosses the line to begin his hot lap. We have Alonso, a 26.7, only a 10th off the fastest. Stroll's already sacked it off. took Yuki's seat away from him and took Checo out of F1. Mate, you have just perfectly summed up why I dislike him and Red Bull's decision making. The fact that Tsunoda, and again, Lawson, brand new soft tyres, yellow in Sector 2, barely in the 20, not even in the 26s Sector 1, P14. Four tenths off Verstappen, and Verstappen was on medium tyres. But yeah, it's not just the fact that Perez got kicked out. I mean, I don't really like Yuki either, but it's the fact that Yuki has driven, especially in the last 2 years, extremely well. And the fact that Lawson gets the seat over him, despite Lawson not doing very well, getting outperformed by Tsunoda, and only doing sort of 8 races that gets the seat ahead of him, is outrageous. There's only 2 things I can think of, or 3 things. 1, Red Bull are just really dumb. 2, they're gonna make so if Lawson does bad, they can kick him out mid-season for Tsunoda, or there's something dodgy going on with Tsunoda and Aston Martin and Honda, but we'll see. Lando Norris, purple Sector 1, you expect an absolute blinder from him. Like, sort of like P1 territory. We'll see, though, crosses the line and abandons his lap again. Lando, why do we keep sacking off the lap at the end? I want to see you thrive. Isaac Hadjar not on a lap. Gasly not on a lap. Ocon not on a lap. Is anyone on a lap? Sainz? No. Antonelli? Yes. Antonelli is on a lap, although he has gone green and then yellow at a horrible Sector 2. So I'd be surprised if he actually continues this. Oh. Speak of the devil, Yuki Tsunoda, fastest Sector 1 by about 2 tenths, really fast Sector 2. We could see a Yuki Tsunoda P1 in about 10 seconds time. Antonelli goes P9. Not great, not bad. Lance Stroll P3. Nice. Here comes Tsunoda. Okay, it was only by 10 milliseconds, but that's still a great lap by Tsunoda. To go P1 in general, that's great. Leclerc also out on brand new soft tyres, that's fun. Lawson is slower than Doohan on softs on a qualifying run. Yeah, you also have to keep in mind that, actually no, I think Doohan might have done that on softs, you'll probably be able to tell, but for me he's on medium still. And of course he's behind Verstappen by 3 tenths. And Verstappen was on old mediums. So, yeah. Not doing great, and that's a good thing. Pierre Gasly. Where did did Gasly just go P10? I think that's what that was. Ocon improves his lap time, stays in P16. Alex Albon exits the pits on brand new softs. That's just so much fun. Sainz crosses the line to begin a flying lap, I hope. Isaac Hadjar crosses the line to start a flying lap. Gabriel Bortoleto is finishing a lap. 2 green sectors. Oh, goes P16. That's pretty horrible. Sauber do look like tractors once again. He's ahead of Lawson though, so that's always fun. The generational happiness I will feel if Lawson goes out in Q1 tomorrow will be everlasting. I think Lando might actually be starting a lap now. We did have a slippery track in Sector 9, wherever that is, although it looks clear now. Leclerc crosses the line to start a flying lap. Russell comes out on used softs. Stroll enters the pits. Alonso is starting a lap. Here's my packing order. As of right now, McLaren, Ferrari, Williams, Mercedes, Red Bull. Honestly, the way these results are going and the way they're driving, that's probably about accurate. Although, it might be a hot take, I'd put Aston Martin above Red Bull. Although, I might give it until the end of practice, like 3, to decide on that. I think Lawson's starting another flying lap. I can't really be bothered going across every sector time. I'll just talk you through them as they come across the line. Alex Albon starting a lap. Oscar Piastri, green sector, green sector. He's looking for a triple green, 26.6, 2 tenths off the fastest. Very good sector 2. crosses the line, goes P3, ball knowledge, Rashford celebration, 16.9. Lando Norris is actually finishing a lap this time, goes fastest by 0.2. Eesh. Isaac Hadjar is green and yellow, crosses the line, abandons his lap. Leclerc abandons his lap. Sainz enters the pits. Alonso's green and yellow. I think he's also sacked it off. No, he is still going. I don't think he's going to improve, though. No, actually, he might. Go on, son. No, he didn't. He didn't improve. Lawson downfall is so fun. I couldn't agree more. He is on a decent lap, actually, as it goes right now. But he is still... He's about half a second off pace of, like, the top 7. Crosses the line. And... I am loving this more than you could possibly imagine. This... I'm doing the thing. This is cinema. Liam Lawson, 3 green sectors, barely breaks into the 1 minute 17s, and is P16. Oh joy. Oh bless. Hamilton sacked off his lap. I actually don't know what Helmut is smoking picking Lawson over Yuki. Also just sacking Perez in the first place, although I suppose you sort of have to sack him after that 2024. And even 2023 to an extent, but I realised with Perez, it was always after Miami. 2022, 3 and 4, he was unbelievably good, always behind his team. I mean, think of a highlight for me is Japan qualifying 2024. He was 600ths away from Verstappen on a track where Perez you wouldn't rate him for, and you'd think Verstappen would dominate. And for the opening 6 races, in 3 seasons in a row, Perez was unbelievably good. After Miami, it all goes wrong for some reason. Perez will go to Cadillac. If that ever happens, it'll be the best day of my life. Simple as. Max Verstappen on a fast lap, although it isn't very fast. He's about half a second off pace. Making his way around Sector 3. He's going to get blocked by traffic, so he might just sack it off and then get angry on the radio like a big bitch. I still do like Verstappen a lot, though. I mean, you can tell because of, well, that. And I mean, I could do a very brief... I mean, obviously... I supported Red Bull, but also Perez mainly. Of course, I'd still... When Verstappen was winning a lot, as he goes P10, when Verstappen was winning every single race, I never called F1 boring. In fact, I relished in it because I wanted Verstappen to win a lot, because I liked him and I liked Red Bull. But I'll just give you I mean, I'm not going to show the camera around because that's long, but you'll be able to tell that since 2021, when I started watching, you'll be able to tell who I like. Just quick, Gabriel Bortoleto. Wait, no. Hulkenberg, I was looking at the wrong Sauber. Hulkenberg, not a bad Sector 1 in the 26s. Pretty stinky Sector 2, though. Also gets blocked by Antonelli, so he might sack that lap off. Although he's getting a bit of a slipstream, might help him. Crosses the line, P14. I love it. Right. See if you can work out who I supported between 20... And as Hadjar goes P5. Between 2021 and, well, 3 months ago, right? Behind my camera, I have an A1 size Max Verstappen poster that I made myself, which actually has Perez in the car, which I didn't know at the time. To the right of that is a Lando Norris poster, which I bought. Behind me, I should probably... Yeah, no, I'll go this way. We've got a Max Verstappen car... Actually, no, this way's a lot better. We've got a Max Verstappen cardboard cutout. Behind him, there is a Sergio Perez poster and a Max Verstappen poster, both of which I made myself. Over here, you can't see it on the camera, I have 2 signed Red Bull shirts, one by Verstappen, one by Perez. Then I've got a Michael Schumacher poster, and in this glass case, I have a Sergio Perez helmet and a hand-signed Kimi Raikkonen helmet. So guess which team I liked. It is pretty obvious, to be fair, but to be honest, most of my stuff hanged up, apart from the Verstappen poster up there, the Norris poster, I all made myself, like completely designed myself. The designing, the printing, all of that, I made myself. In fact, I could show them, just because I want to flex that I used to be able to do that kind of thing. Also, what happened to the track? I apologise for that. I had no idea that the track was just getting blocked this whole time. That shouldn't happen. Ah. Why is it... Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. That's completely my bad. Why is it cut off down there? Wait. Wait. Hold up. What has gone wrong here? Oh, I am so sorry. I had no idea that the whole track was cut off. I'm a horrible, horrible streamer. Although, to be fair, usually I have to rely on other people telling me about these issues because I can't actually see them myself. And of course, no one noticed, and that's fine. But we move. We move. Alright, hang about. Right, let me go on here. This. I try to find, like, which one I... What was this? Wait, Haas versus Ferrari. Oh, I remember that. Okay, wait. Hang on, give me a minute. Is this still... Yeah, that's still running fine. Cool. Type. Right. This. Yeah, that's one. Okay, wait. Am I dumb? I think I'm dumb. Okay, right, here we go. Jesus Christ, that's a bit big. Hang on, wait, can I... Jesus wept. That's right, you probably can't even see... I can't bother, I can't... You probably can't even see it, because you can't see it on YouTube Shorts, or I'm sacking it off, I'm bored. Look, there is cooking. Oh my god, you are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. Blood is indeed cooking. Well spotted. Fastest by a 10th. 16.4. Yeah, we are going to see some 15s, aren't we? Actually, I don't know. 1.4 seconds faster than now. Yeah, probably, actually. I was going to show my posters. I can't be bothered because, well, I can't show them on all of my streams at once, so I'm slacking off. I don't think anyone cares anyway, so yeah, let's just carry on, move on with practice. Right, Jack Doohan. No, wrong one. Max Verstappen currently has 2 green sectors. Actually, some really nice sectors. That is top 6 sort of area. Nico Hülkenberg. Really, really, really good lap. That is top 10 worthy. You're here now. Oh, you actually switched stream. That's outrageous. Fair play. Right, so we're looking at Max Verstappen currently. He's about to cross the line in a few seconds. Alex Albon goes P10 exactly the same time as his teammate. Verstappen goes P7 only, which is not bad, but not great considering Red Bull standards. And that, I told you that Hülkenberg had a top 10 worthy time with those first 2 sectors. And it just sort of was. Lovely job. I wonder if I can find my profile on here. Oh, I can. That was easy. I'm a Lewis fan. I'm a Lewis fan, but I respect him. Fair. I'm a Perez fan, and I respect Lewis. Goes both ways. I don't like Lewis very much, but I simply just massively respect what he's achieved. It is genuinely unbelievably world class, so fair play to the geezer. Well done. Although now I obviously like Hamilton a lot more. He's at Ferrari. That's just nice, isn't it? This website is shit. I respect Max. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I respect every driver here just for getting to this point, performing. All of them being quite decent blokes as well. It's just fun, you know what I mean? And for the first time in a while, with 20 minutes remaining, we have no one on track. I'm lying. George Russell, ruining everything, as per. Whereas you probably can't see. Let's see. Can you see? No, you can't see that. Bollocks. What if I hold it? I need to hold it so I can keep it still. Maybe like that. There we go. No, there's glare. I made that. That's what's on my wall. Type shit. In fact, I actually have a profile on a website that's got loads of posters on it. I should probably return to doing them for the winners of this season, because I feel like it's going to be a bit unpredictable. I tried to do it in 2023. I made a poster for every driver that won. However, after Max won the first, like, 7 out of 8, or 7 out, I think, yeah, wasn't it Verstappen, Perez, Verstappen, Verstappen, Perez, Verstappen, 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 basically just, it was Verstappen every race apart from Singapore. You know? So, after, like, the 7th race, I couldn't be bothered doing Max ones anymore, so I sacked it off. But now, it's a bit more unpredictable. Might return to it. F1 Manager drops a 2025 update with roster and liveries. I saw that, actually, on my community tab, on this channel. I asked you lot as in my subscribers and viewers, whether that was you included, I'm not too sure, but you lot, whether I should return to my F1 Manager series. And more people said yes than no, so I might have to think about returning to that. I still don't know if I want to do... I did a Lamborghini series. I don't know if I want to continue with the Lamborghini series, or if I should start a new one with, like, a custom season with, like, what the update they did with, like, the liveries and rosters and stuff. I'm thinking a new one. Although a new one at this point is a bit... I don't know. Although, to be fair, I only got, like, 12 races into the Lamborghini one, so it won't really matter too much. It's a bit late in the game cycle, isn't it? Although, to be fair, it's rumored there isn't going to be an F1 Manager 25. So, might just get on it now. Doing radio check, the floor car is... The Florida car is bottoming out. You don't want that, really, do you, in an F1 car? No, you really don't. That's horrible. That must be so uncomfortable as well. That must be absolutely terrible to drive with. If I ever felt anything like that, I'd just get out and leave, to be honest. That'd be horrible. No one improving at the moment. We do have a few cars on track. We have old mediums, old softs, old hards, old mediums, old hards. Race trim, it's Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, Williams, Red Bull. That seems very realistic, and that'd be really great if it was. You know, Williams being up there and stuff. That'd be really cool. That Hulkenberg lap is very good, by the way. Only 7/10 off Leclerc. Sorry for not looking at practice, I was too busy remembering how good I used to be at graphic design and how I should have pursued a career in graphic design, not shitty Formula 1 videos. Anyway, sorry. I wonder if we'll see a red flag in qualifying today. Well, it could be today for you, actually. Well, it's in 24 hours from now, isn't it? I mean, if it's going to rain, I'm going to say yes, and it's going to be one of the rookies. I think Antonelli's going to go off somewhere if it's raining, because he seems like the kind of chap, especially with the Italian genes, that he is just going to gas it and overdo it a bit. Although he's doing great so far. He's a little bit on the slow side, but he's doing fine. Not many mistakes. Great, to be honest. Here we are. We have a lot more cars out now, which is fun. However, they're all on mediums, so we might see some little 90+7 injury time long runs. Anthony P16 isn't bad, he's taking it slow. I also think that, and that's fine. Build up your confidence, get used to the car, gas it when you actually need to. Guys, I know at practice you do need to sort of go fast, but you don't need to, like, give it 110 like you do in quali in the race. You can chill a little bit. Like I said, build up that confidence, get used to the car, lock in for quali, do well. That's a very, like, mature mindset to have. So, see, I feel like that's what's mental to me, is that in my brain, I'm still extremely young, and of course I am. You know, 18 is extremely young. But in my brain, I'm like 14 still. And what I mean by that is that I look at Antonelli, and the fact that he's younger than me, and I can't quite fathom it. I feel so extremely old that there is now an F1 driver younger than me. Not by much, only by a couple of months, but still. The fact that he is, you know, he's 3 months younger than me, and he's in peak physical condition, driving in Formula 1 for a top team. Meanwhile, I'm a fat bastard watching him drive for a top F1 team. It's so depressing, but anyway, what can we do, you know? I should have been a professional footballer, but I sacked it off when I was 5, so there you go. Still no improved laps. I definitely think we are going to see just long runs from here on out. I mean, no one's activating DRS though, so I'm not too sure what's exactly going on. I don't mind Antonelli, don't mind if he can sneak. Oh no, I think Antonelli's great. I think he's one of those people that is just accidentally funny. Like, I've laughed at a few of the things that he's come out with, and he thinks it's just normal English, but it's just funny. I saw one clip where he was, he got asked his F2 qualifying times, and he somehow got them all correct. And it's like, how have you got that kind of memory? He is so locked in on racing. He remembers old qualifying times that he did. And I assume that kind of, like, locked inness is the reason he managed to get to F1 at 18. Or, well, technically 17, but 18. Hang on, nearly done reminiscing. Right, I'm done. Yeah. He even remembered the lap and how he spun last year at F2 in Australia. That's what I mean. Like, he remembers stuff like that, and obviously that's just such a niche thing, but it just shows, like, how much of his, like, brain and life is focused on motorsport. A bit similar to a certain Dutch 4-time world champion. Just utterly obsessed with racing in every way. That's good. I like that. We have 11 minutes left. We have managed to survive. 5 Hang on, I can't do the maths, I'm too tired. The energy is definitely getting lower and lower. I mean, you're asking me to stay up all night, of course I'm going to be. But, you know, this has been a good vibe. I like it. And, of course, tomorrow is going to be even more better because we'll have practice 3 and then the first quali of the season. Do you think Antonelli gets a podium this year? Definitely. Throughout the entire season, easily. I reckon, random mystery prediction for the season, I think he gets a podium at one of the 2 Italian tracks. That's my fun prediction. But yeah, easily. I reckon by race 4 or 5, he'll be near enough Russell that if, say, for example, Russell wins, Antonelli will be like P3 or something. Antonelli has to win before Bahrain to become the youngest race winner. I saw something about that, yeah. I don't think he will do that. That's what, round 4 or 5? I feel like the only way he's going to do that is if he's driving exceptionally well by his standards and have a little pop-off day, and he has a lot of fortune on his side, stuff like the front runners DNF, weather, safety cars, stuff like that. I think that's the only simple chance he's got. I reckon more into the season, especially in the second half, I reckon he might be fighting for podiums, and basically I think that by the halfway point, he'll be near enough at Russell's level, like 2 tenths behind in quali and stuff like that. I do rate him highly. I've never actually, to be fair, until he got signed, I had no idea who he was. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, but now I've sort of looked into his like junior career and stuff like that, I rate him highly. People actually think Lawson wins this year. I'd be surprised if Verstappen wins this year, the way they look. I mean, you've got 6 cars currently that are faster than Red Bull, from what it looks like. Because that's the thing. The reason Perez could never win was because you're asking him to be the greatest driver of this generation. And Lawson's got the same problem. He won't win because Verstappen's there. I saw Antonelli overtaking Spa in the wet in F2. That is also a clip I've seen. Stupidly outrageous. Obviously just way too risky and dangerous. But who cares? It's one of the best overtakes I've ever seen. So there it is. Also, I know like there is... I mean, one thing also that I don't think I've paid attention to a single time this entire session is how close the gaps are between each car. There is only 1.6 seconds between the 19. And you've got 0.1, 0.01, 0.2, 0.07, 0.16, 0.04, 09, 11, 003, 02, 000, 02, 06, 09, 14, 006, 0.2, 0.18. That is so unbelievably close. The largest gap between 2 cars is right at the bottom at 0.207. And so only 3 tenths behind George, you are absolutely correct. And yeah, that's a solid effort, really. For your second session, that's nice. I feel like it's so difficult to tell, though, what like, the order's going to be. I still think it's going to be McLaren, Ferrari, Williams, Mercedes. But I just don't know, because looking at this, it looks like McLaren, Ferrari, RB, and then I don't even know what to do with that. You've got a Red Bull, a Sauber, an Aston, Mercedes, and then Williams. I'm really excited to see the race trim after FP3. Yeah. See what kind of stuff they're running when they've got it fully locked and loaded and they're just ready for quali. So hope they better get into the 115s. That'd be really fun. Actually, what was it last year? Wait, F1 Australia 2024 qualifying, please. Right, so if we go off the basis that everyone is currently going a second faster on average than last year, that means in quali, we'll be seeing a potential one. We might. Last year, the fastest lap was a 15.9. There is a slim chance we might see a 1 minute 14 in quali. I like Kimmy's helmet. I love Kimmy's helmet. I think in my helmet tier list video, I put it in A tier. I reckon that might even go up to S. I love it. Russell and Anthony have done 47 laps altogether. That's some good running, really. In just this session, that's quite a lot. Is every driver out? No, Albon's in. No, Albon's out as well. Oh, cool. Every single driver is out doing long runs. We have 17 on the mediums. No, we don't. We have 16 on mediums, 2 on hards, and little Gazza on the softs. That's fun. And of course, Ollie Behrman, after his crash in practice 1, unsurprisingly, they haven't been able to fix the car in time, so he won't be here. He should be back for FP3, realistically. They've got the whole night to do it, and like the rest of today. You don't know, actually. The damage might have been that bad. I watched the data more than I watched the onboard. Yeah, I think I would do that as well if I did have access to F1 TV. I do hope that someday, in the next couple of years, that one of two things happen. Either one, Sky lose the rights, which I'd be very surprised by in the UK, or they let UK people have F1 TV, because it's not just the fact, there are many factors as to why I want F1 TV. Number one, it's way cheaper. Sky Sports is like £35 a month, F1 TV is like £5. Number two, the Sky Sports commentary and just overall like directory and like camera angles and stuff is horrible, especially the commentary. Croft, Brundle, Karoon, them lot, they are some of the worst commentators I have ever seen in any sport, and I have watched every sport. I have watched horse racing, I watch a shit ton of darts, I watch a shit ton of football. They are by far the worst. F1 TV's commentary team, if it's still relatively the same, they're all great. And also, F1 TV, you get 4K video, you get onboards of every driver, and you get loads of extra data. Behrman is suiting up, hang on, little 90+7 quick little practice start, that could be fun, but yeah. F1 TV is a pure dreamy thing for me. It's got everything I could ever want. I mean, I still have F1 TV, but obviously not like the live version. I can watch like all of the old races, and I can watch like I mean, I remember when the 2022 season ended, the amount of times I watched the 2022 Singapore Grand Prix on loop from Perez's onboard. It's countless. And stuff like that. That's really cool. And obviously the like the programs, you get the shows and stuff like that for like £2 a month. Unbelievable like service. Even without like the live stuff, just having all that archive of all like the old races back to like the 1960s is so good. Like when I'm bored, I just go on Google, chuck on like a random race from 2010. Quality. It's just a shame I can't have the version where you have, where you can watch stuff live. That'd be heaven. But maybe one day. I mean, to be honest, actually no, I would watch it still, but I always complain about Sky. You'll hear me do it all the time. The Sky like punditry team and like stuff like that. I mean, after practice 1, I went downstairs and had a chat with my father, who was watching it on Sky, and he just wouldn't shut up complaining about like, the camera, the commentary, the stuff they were showing, and the stuff they were talking about, stuff like that. You'll hear me complain about Sky a lot, because it is truly horrible, and not even it shouldn't even be, it's not even good enough to be free. Like, they should pay you to watch it. And to be honest, it's quite a good thing that I don't have to watch it. Of course, I watch this dashboard thing with you lot. Antonelli 5 temps down in the first sector. Is he? He is, to be fair. Well spotted. Track temp 38. Yep, it's currently 39, so yeah, about the same. I think you should be able to also see that on my stream. We have a quick little butchers. Is it? Yeah, you can still see in the top right of my stream. You can see the track temp. You've got air temp. You've got humidity, I believe. Weather, which is currently raining. The weather says it's like spitting. Is that accurate, or is that just am I reading that symbol wrong? Might be. And 1.6 mile an hour north wind. That's a little bit of fun data you get. "30 seconds left of practice 2. I think I'm going to wrap up this stream quite quickly. Just because I'm knackered. No? Okay, so that... I don't know what that symbol means, but it's I mean, I know what it means. Cloud's getting dark. I don't know. The symbol... I don't think you could see it on the stream, but it's a cloud with water coming out the bottom, so... I don't know. And 3, 2, 1, and bang. Practice 2 is done. Jack Doohan's going to be the first driver to take the checker. If only that could happen in 2 days' time, that'd be nice. Nowhere near as an exciting session as FP1. But that was alright, to be honest. We still had a lot of improved lap times. Results are still a bit shocking. We're slightly back to normal with, you know, the Ferraris and McLarens being up top, the Williams back in, like, the lower, top of the midfield. But RB, P4, P6. Not sure how that happened. And, of course, Liam Lawson on a soft, brand new softs, only managed P17 and a 16.4. Rain for FP3, that could be quite fun. That'll help him build up to quali. Stroll being a 10th and a half, or a 10th up on his teammate. Oh, not even that. Jeez, that gap is very small. Between Stroll in P9 and Alonso in P13 is 51 milliseconds. No, yeah, 51 milliseconds. That's very close. Mercedes P10 and P16 after doing long runs on hards. Yeah, I feel like this leaderboard means a lot less than FP1. Because after, like, the half an hour mark, everyone's doing long runs. Obviously, no one improves. So, I feel like FP1, everyone was improving all the way up until the checkered flag. Whereas with this, it was sort of like halfway through, 3/4 way through, it stopped. So I think this one means a lot less than the first one. But there are still things to take away. I'm gonna go, I'm tired. See you for FP3. Absolutely, mate. I'm doing the same. I'm getting off stream, get the Aston Martin shirt off, straight in bed asleep. Because, yeah, the fact I'm still outputting this level of energy is outrageous. But yeah, that's going to be all from me for FP2. Not a bad session overall. Pretty good. And what is my hair doing back there? It's outrageous. That was actually good fun. I enjoyed that. So, I'll be back, of course, tomorrow. At the same time as today, actually. So, it will be 1:15 AM BST. 1:15 AM BST, 1:15 if if you're not American and you can actually, like, you know what 1:45 means. Yeah, no, 1:15. Duh! Anyway, you know what I mean. I'll be back then, and we'll go from there. Thanks for tuning in, and see you lot later. Have a lovely rest of your days and weekends. I don't know why I'm going lower and lower, but, yeah, whatever. See you lot later, in a bit.